everybody, and welcome to Barium. Got coming to you live. Taylor the Impaler, Eric Fulton, and Bubba Rude. This is episode 12, I believe.
It is 12, yes.
We are here to talk about some hockey, and we just finished watching a game. I am sad because I did want to watch the Golden Knights in Vegas when I'm there with Eric, and it would have been great to be in a city with some playoff hockey, but that was a pretty good game, and I'll give it to him. And the fellow that scored the goal, they lose me right now, but it sounds like he hasn't scored a goal since January, which means he's probably only played like 4.5 minutes of game time. He only got in the overtime game because somebody fucked up and he fell off the boards onto the ice and happened to somehow slather his way to where it's the goal and then flailed with his stick like a mad crazy person and somehow bounced it off the head of some poor Knight player who was like definitely blocking the puck, but it still slammed it into the back and he got a goal. He'll be released at the end of this season and never play an Oiler game again. But hey, at least he can say that he did score the overtime goal that got them to one more level in this series of hockey, where we know, again, the Oilers may or may not be successful. But they sure got the shit kicked out of them today. That was a lot of brutality in that game. Pretty awesome to watch. Over to you, fellas.
Well, that young man's name was Kasperi Kapanen.
Yeah, and nobody will ever remember that other than he's like a trivia question. First hockey game ever.
Better
like
yet,
4.5 seconds.
You know what it cost them to acquire him this year? Absolutely nothing. He was a free waiver trade.
What does that mean, a free waiver trade?
He was on waivers.
You got him off of waivers.
Yeah.
Oh,
So in order to clear their contract to go to the minors or do other things, they have to clear waivers. So they give every team in the league an opportunity to claim him at his original contract. And Edmonton picked him up for basically nothing. Didn't play much in the playoffs until last game, which he was huge. I thought he was one of the best players on the ice. Tonight, one of the best players on the ice again. Him and Pot Colson, playing with Draisaitl. It just they play heavy, move their feet, and go to the net, and they're pain in the ass. And might not be on Oilers next year, but sure looked good the last two games.
Oh, just hard on the puck, and like you said, it just playing heavy. It's good to see.
Wow,
there you go.
It's all right to see.
It's all right to see. Hey, and you know what? The good thing is, Skinner actually, honestly, for quite a few of those like back and forth that went end to end, he looked absolutely lost. But at least 3 times, I think in the third in particular, he just happened to sort of spin himself around in the stunned glaze, wondering where the fuck is that puck, and it did manage to hit him in the face. So he saved it. And everybody's like, wow, what a great guy. You're the best fucking goalie ever. Except if you actually watch, like, the seconds before, he literally was like, I don't know where the puck is. Where the fuck? I don't know. And then it hit him in the face. He's like, oh, there it is. Thank God.
I don't know if it was quite that bad. As you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Stuart Skinner, but there was, there's always a little bit of luck in any goaltending and any scoring. But, 2 games in a row, I make fun of the guy's mental metal. I always say he's going to go by the way of Jack Campbell. Have to go to some what is that, ayahuasca retreats, try to find himself. But no, he didn't lose the game for the Oilers, and I think that's all they've ever asked him to do. I don't think they're looking for him to be, stealing games. Although, tonight both goalies, you steal a game if it's 0-0, so you can put it in that area. They only had 20 or 23 shots, and I don't know what it is about Vegas, but they just wouldn't shoot the puck. Everything was like through the middle of the ice, trying to hold on to it too long. It was just you got a guy in net. They gave him confidence last game. You had a guy in net who's coming in shaky, and you don't shoot the puck at him. Like, it's crazy to me. I'd have took Carolina's page book and just every puck I would have had, it would have been at him.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way to beat a goalie that might have shortage of confidence. Is just fucking hammer the puck at him every chance you get.
But there was a lot of block shots too. Both teams.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, he come up with good saves. His positioning was good. For the most part, he looked quiet in the net, other than 1 or 2 little plays where he had to fucking scramble a little more than normal. But he looked pretty quiet, and he didn't make me nervous all game long. So I'll take that.
Oh, I'd still be nervous if I was an Oilers fan. I'd still be. Not.
He can have an epic
I don't think that, he's had stretches before where he's played average goaltending and given him a chance to win, and then has a bad day, and next thing you know, he's back to letting softies in. But
what did you think of that Maple Leaf game?
Oh.
Sorry about that, fellas. I'm back.
So
I just said, what do you think about that Maple Leaf game?
So
From
one of the most disgusting things I have ever seen happened in that Maple Leafs game before the game even started. You're watching the playoffs, especially the playoffs, but they do it the regular season. But in the playoffs, they unfurl that great big Canadian flag and it makes its way around the arena, right?
Yeah, everybody does that.
Every fucking Canadian team except for Toronto. You know what Toronto does? They unfurl this great big fucking monstrosity, this absolute disgusting ripoff of a flag that is blue and white with the Maple Leaf logo in the center.
Oh my god!
Like, make me want to puke. My allergy to those fans.
That's right there.
Exactly. I dislike the Leafs, and I hate their fans.
That is 60% of Canada that you talk about.
Oh, absolutely, and it's fine, but they're so bad all the time. It's a fucking it's a playoff game, and yeah, okay, they played like shit. They're down 6-0. People were walking out of the game with 10 fucking minutes left in it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, you have spent $1,000 on a ticket to go see those assholes play, and you're not going to watch every fucking minute of it?
We're watching the lower bowl. They're all corporate seats, all right. They don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, but even the rest of them. I mean,
it's Toronto. Like, it's the scourge of Canada.
You know what?
It doesn't matter whether they win or lose. They're gonna have fans, and their fans are gonna suck shit.
I'm just gonna say, if Vancouver was in that situation, they lost that kind of game, we would riot and burn the city to the ground.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got snob elitists in Toronto, and you got absolute degenerates in Vancouver. It's just the way it is.
Totally.
Right? Like, you've got a third nation country living inside of the city of Vancouver. Like, it's going to be, it looks like a refugee camp down there.
Downtown Vancouver definitely starting to look like it.
Right? Horrid.
Yeah. Anyway, that was an unfortunate game. And then I don't know, there was just as we turned on the early game, there was some interview with a couple of the Toronto players, and it's like, they're just stunned. We suck. That's all you could see in their eyeballs. Oh my god. We were 2 up, like all we had to do was, and now we're 3. Oh my god.
They just figured they could mail it in and they were gonna win. I mean, they're playing the fucking reigning Stanley Cup champions, for Christ's sakes. How stupid can you be to think you can mail it in?
Not gonna work that way. That's the team that cannot be taken lightly.
Well, the good part about it is, the core 4 throughout the last 5 years, it's always been something other than them. They didn't have winger depth. They didn't have some secondary scoring. They didn't have defensemen. They didn't have goaltending. Well, the last 5 years, they didn't have the right coach. The last 5 years, they've put good wingers around them. They've put some depth scoring in the positions. They put a heck of a blue line together this year. Stolarz, they gave a goaltender, but unfortunately it's out. But I don't think Wolves played terrible. When you only get 1 goal and you look like there's no urgency in your game.
Yeah, they didn't have any step or
right. So now who do you blame? You got to blame the core 4. Those are the guys that are supposed to get it done. They've got the parts around them to do it, and those guys failed. It's all on them.
Well, just look at the points they put up in this whole series.
Oh yeah,
I love how Toronto media spins it.
Wait, no.
Number 34 now has a 200-foot game. That's why he's not maybe getting the goals. Nah, it's 200-foot game.
He's Jesus, and sometimes Jesus just needs a break. That's all that's happening.
Yeah,
he's overrated. Overrated. Oh, I shouldn't say he's overrated. He's overrated by Toronto fans.
Yeah,
and obviously the media in Canada, which is centric to Toronto. But those guys got to wear it on their face. If they don't win the next game, and they have those interviews, it's got to be freaking Matthews going, I don't deserve to be a captain anymore. Nylander can go, you know what? I still look cool, walk away. Tavares will just stutter and go, duh, 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 duh. And Marno just go, bitches, I'm out of here. And he's gone. And that's how that exit interview should go.
Marner and Tavares both.
Yeah, Tavares too, but at least Tavares isn't embarrassing.
No.
Marner's embarrassing.
No, but they're both going to go sign in Vancouver next year and really screw the team up.
They're going to sign in Vancouver?
Oh,
no.
Who knows? I'm just
joking
I think we'll being facetious.
Hey, got a new. Speaking of Vancouver, randomly, new coach yesterday.
Who's that? They bring back Toe Blake?
No.
Eddie Shore?
No. Oh my God, you guys, I knocked it out of my head.
Scotty Bowman.
No.
Glenn Sather.
No. Oh my God.
Alan Arbor.
I gotta Google it now. It's a player that I remember from back in the day.
Tony Tanti. Stan Smeal.
I wish it was. He's in the organization, but no.
Darcy Rhoda.
Darcy Rhoda would actually be really cool. Adam Foote. That's who it is.
Oh, they grabbed Adam Foote, eh?
From Avalanche. Adam Foote. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know what he's like as a coach, but he's a great player back in the day.
He's gonna be Adam Foote. Probably coach the way he played. Hard nose, discipline, probably saw how the Talkett thing went and, said we need somebody that's a little bit uglier and maybe maybe a couple of Stanley Cups.
They're always in a disadvantage though because none of them can speak Swedish.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. They got to get Ars Lofsson from the Swedish national team to coach there. You know who would be good there? Would be the Swedish chef off the Muppets.
Morski.
That'd be pretty good.
That would be awesome.
Quinn Hughes, Borky.
There you go.
It don't matter who goes there. That team's a fucking shambles.
It's in shambles.
Fucking shambles.
Utter shambles. Actually, it's in utter shambles. Yeah.
It's terrible.
They're not even rebuilding. If they were rebuilding and went back to like a whole bunch of young players like that, you could see that. But they're not even doing that, and they don't even have any. They have no draft picks to give them all away. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about playoffs. Let's get back to the playoffs. So Maple Leafs sucking ass, and I think Bubba, you had said at the start of the series, you said, I don't know what's going to happen, but somehow Toronto's going to show us how they can lose, and looks like they're doing it
in spectacular fashion, no less.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the other games.
What are they, Dale? Who else is playing, Dale?
Well, the Hurricanes are done. They won. So yay, Hurricanes. And
they beat.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck is this? 20 questions?
They're not done yet.
It's a hockey podcast. Just asking you the most important time of the year. Who's playing, Dale?
The Hurricanes are playing.
Who'd they beat?
They're playing the Capitals.
Nice.
Okay? And they lead 3-1. So eat a dick.
But you said they won.
They did win the last game.
Oh, yeah, they did.
This is the first
Jets,
series.
Sadly, the Jets lost, and that was really sad. I watched that one, and it was too bad. But I thought they just seemed tired, the Jets, unfortunately. But
it was a hard series against St. Louis, plain and simple.
Yeah,
I thought they played well though.
I mean, they were giving it, but they just looked tired compared to the Dallas team.
I don't know. I honestly thought they were the better team on the ice. I thought they had better scoring chances, carried the play, looked more composed in their own zone, broke the puck out easier. I think Hellebuck, still can't make that save when you need him, and I don't anyway blame him for the loss. But the goalie across the ice took more shots and out-battled him and got those saves when you needed it. And I think it's a good look for, Hellebuck probably done in the next game, and then he's got a regular season to redeem himself to get to the starter's position in the U.S. Olympic team. But I don't know how if Ottinger out-battles him here, that he can even take Ottinger's spot, and Ottinger should start for the Olympics. And I think that's the biggest difference in this series is one goalie's winning for the team, and the other goalie's not so much losing, but isn't winning for their team.
What do you think, Bob?
Oh, I'm with fully on it completely. Hellebuck's just not been Hellebuck, not the regular season guy. And I mean,
well, he's been Hellebuck, just playoff Hellebuck. He's continuously shown this is
exactly
who he is.
That's what I mean. Like he can never seem to duplicate the success in the regular season when it comes to playoff time.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's how many years now have we looked at it and had the same problem? You know,
And it's the style, right? Regular season, you're seeing lots of, rush chances, open chances, clearing chances. You don't have near the traffic that you do in playoff. You don't have near the hockey terminology. Everybody's using calling putting it in the mixer, but that's exactly what it is. Seeing the game one way and not being able to see it another. That's totally feasible. That's not saying it's outlandish to say that he can play a certain way and not play a certain way, and just sucks that the playoff style is the one that seems to elude him.
If he were to be on the Olympic team, is he going to be able to, like, that's intense hockey as well. So,
well, you saw it at the Four Nations Cup. He was the goalie for the U.S.
Yeah.
Binnington came up with 2 more saves than he could come up with. He by no stretch again lost it for his team, so you can't. I think that was a little better display of what he might be able to do in international hockey, but the playoff hockey is just. I think the game in front of him, he doesn't track it well.
He just doesn't look like he's fucking. I don't know. He just doesn't look comfortable in net. He's sitting deeper in his net than he usually does, and he just doesn't seem to be tracking the puck well.
Well, maybe that's why he's deeper, is trying to give himself more time, right?
Yeah,
instead
maybe.
of being out. Take it because the more you challenge, the less of the visual game you can see, right? The deeper are the wider your peripheral vision, the harder you come out that narrow. So
yeah,
it's just the science of the game. Using my PhD for that.
Your PhD in hockey.
Yeah.
So what's going on? The Capitals.
My pompous hockey direction is what it's called. Pompous hockey dictation.
So we got the Jets are on the ropes. One more game. If they can't pull it out, it's over. And the same is true for the Capitals. What's going on over at the Capitals and Hurricanes, which I haven't watched at all. I watched Saturday's last 5 minutes, but I didn't catch Monday.
Well,
I describe it as if you just drop a hornet's nest in the middle of the ice, and then it just fucking wasps just cruising all over the place, every direction, supporting each other when needed. That's kind of what Carolina plays. It's just it's not the funnest game to watch, but it'd be so hard to play against.
Yeah, and I mean, I just think that they've been so hard on the puck and so well structured. I mean, it's like you said, it may not be the most exciting brand of hockey to watch, but it's fucking effective, and it's been really, really effective against Washington, because Washington really doesn't play that style.
And Freddie Anderson's played pretty well too.
Anderson's been great.
Yep.
No, can't grumble about him, and you can't grumble about Washington's goaltending either. There's been nothing wrong with it. It's just that Carolina just throws everything at the net and then goes for rebounds, and they're just so hard on the puck that they're just causing little turnovers and all the rest of it that just allow you to get that 1 extra goal or that 2 extra goals, whatever the case may be, and that's just the way it's been.
I don't think Washington's imposed their will as much as they should have. I don't think their big fellas have been such a big impact like they were in Montreal. I think Carolina's played right through that shit, and their D have been pretty super. It's hard because you got so much pressure. They come from the side, the back, and the front, and unless you're filling lanes, and with that kind of system, you got to put pucks behind them and have people flying, but they just don't seem to play that way. I think they're more puck control, except for the Nick Dowd line. I like that line, how they just dump and go get it and get in behind the D and play that low game. I think that's the way to get in Carolina's grill. You gotta bust that neutral zone open for them and get the puck deep.
Okay, well, I think that's around that's everybody.
That's the hockey talk.
That's the hockey talk part.
Honky talk.
Honky talk. So, you think the Maple Leafs gonna pull off one more win here?
Oh, I don't think so.
No, I think they're just disheartened after today. I think that's it.
Well, the old saying is hockey doesn't make character; it reveals character, and I think it just shows time and time again that Toronto just doesn't have it. Just doesn't have it.
I mean, the one thing you can say that's about Toronto, regardless of whether they are Toronto,
They suck.
In the last 10 years, they have at least made the playoffs 9 of those 10 years. That's not bad.
No, they're a team when they're like a kayak, right? Going down the river. when they're
Okay.
going with the flow of the river, they go well. That's easy. They don't have to paddle as much. They don't have to adjust so quickly. But you see those kayakers when they go down and they're doing like the slalom course, they kind of have to swim back the up the current. That's where they struggle when it gets harder, when things aren't easy. The little things become important, and the will and the constitution inside of those players, not all of them, but for the core four, it just isn't there. Downstream, good team. Upstream, they're never spawning. That'd be a group. That'd be a group that they would fizzle out. Out of the 23 players, maybe two get upstream to start a next generation. The other 19 or 21, how many they are all floating at the base of the river into the ocean upside down, and bears and
They got
seals are eating
back
them.
there. They bit out their guts and spit out their eggs.
Yeah, they're just easy otter food out there.
The otter food.
All right. So, question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wall has lost 3 games in a row as the starter. Do you start 2-time Stanley Cup champion Matt Murray instead?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do I want to lose my job or not, or do I want to play it safe?
I mean, me, I'm pretty much ready to throw anything at the wall and hope something sticks. So,
Like I said, I don't think it's been totally Wall's fault, but maybe they played different in front of Matt Murray. Who knows, right? It's not all.
well, that's just it. I mean, what have you got to lose at this point? They lost 3 games in a row. This being the worst loss, them looking absolutely dejected and fucking listless out there. I mean, they managed to score a goal late in the game out of fucking pure luck more than anything. One guy works hard
Kinda
because he
sucks.
hasn't seen the ice in ages.
Just bounce it off him. I mean, at this point, why wouldn't you just throw it all out there, see what happens? Maybe it works out.
I don't know. You go to the guy who's been in there. He hasn't lost the game, gives you a chance to win. Or do you go to the unknown Matt Murray who hasn't played in forever? I don't know. I'd go with Wall. I'm not in a position or a desperation position where if I thought that the goalie had a huge impact, I think it'd be an easy decision. But if they're not having a huge impact, then you go with at least giving you a chance to win. I think Wall's giving him a chance.
Yeah.
That's what I would do anyways. It'd be a tough decision. It definitely wouldn't be something I would just snap if I was a coach and fuck that guy. Put in the 92-year-old. Let's roll.
92. I
So,
don't think he's quite that old.
speaking of 86-year-old, but so Ethany has a new job and she's working at the liquor store,
Nice.
which is like just up the street. I get discount booze now. Awesome.
Yeah, like what, 10% off?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Well, I think she's gonna be there at least a week before I get that. But anyway, so I go up there because she texts and says that she wants a coffee because she's working the late shift. She works from 3:00 till 10:30. So okay, I figure, and it's her first day, so I thought I'd go there and see what she's doing. I'd walk in, and it's not like a really nice liquor store. It's kind of like a little hole in the wall, like right by the base. It's not classy. And so there's this older lady, I guess, who's the lady that's teaching Ethany how to do the job. And there's this little old man who's like just saying words, like the weirdest words. He's like, like he looks like a little bit of like an elf or something. Just kind of like, I'm like, what the heck? And so Ethany says, "What do you want to? You want to buy some wine, Dad?" So we look around. I buy this bottle of wine, and then I pay for it. And while I'm paying for it, the old man's still there. He's talking to this older lady that's there, and he's like. He says, Anthony says, "Dad, are you going to give me a tip?" And I said, "I don't have any cash. How about this? Pay for your gas next time." That was my tip. And the old guy, he goes, I got a whole pocket full of money here. And he pulls out this wad of change. Like, who knows? Nowadays, a handful of change could be $300. I mean, like with toonies and loonies and stuff. But anyway, he's got this whole thing of silver in his hand. And he goes, I'll give you that. And he just sort of dumps it into this jar for tips. I'm like, well, that was really nice of you. And then I leave because, whatever. So then I got my wine. I gave her coffee and I leave. So she comes home and I go, that's an interesting place you're working at. What's it like? She's like, they're all so weird, Dad. And that old guy, like, he just sat there and he was like hitting on me and he's hitting on the older lady, whatever her name is. Anyway, hitting on her. And then he left. And the older lady said, I'd do a one-night stand with him.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I have no idea how it's all going to roll out with this job that she's got and the people that she's working with. But man, that's the best. some, some, she's definitely well into her, I don't know, probably early 70s. And hey, right on, lady.
They do.
Yeah.
So my wife also said that the office that she works in, there's like an alcove, and it's a mini mall to go into the back alley where they park. And the boss Tony came in, the owner, and she come in and at 8 o'clock in the morning, some homeless woman shouted at her to quit being a cunt. And so the police all came and tried to move them out of the homeless shelter, but Tony was all little. She's like, it's only 8 o'clock, and I've already been called a cunt at work, and it's a good start to your day.
That's it. You know what? That makes you feel good about it.
Yeah, fucking right. Started right.
Yeah. Well, I
had the tale of two movies this week on. I think they were both on Netflix. The one was on Netflix and one's on Prime.
Yeah.
But
that movie.
Isn't it awesome?
It's about a guy who hires a bunch of old ladies, old moms to make food.
Well, just come on. He's an Italian guy, and he grew up, watching his mom and his grandma cook in the kitchen, and it brought him joy, which Italian families' food is really love. Like, I've been to an authentic Italian family's dinner and watched the chaos, but the food, it's all about the food and the love. And then when his mom passes away, he gets a little bit of money, and he's a warehouse worker, and he decides to buy an old Italian restaurant in Staten Island, and his theme is he's going to hire grandmas, Italian nonas, to cook instead of chefs, and then have a family experience. And no, it was pretty good how the old grannies interacted with each other. Who's the guy that acted it? He's off of Wedding Crash. Big tall guy.
Vince
Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
And Susan Sarandon.
And big tits Susan Sarandon. Still love her off of Bull Durham. Just a baseball whiz and a baseball dong whiz too. But so I watched that. That had. If you watch it, did you laugh, Dale?
Oh yeah, it was. You know what? It was a perfectly good movie.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It was good.
Especially when it was a true story, right? And then they showed all the pictures and the videos of the restaurant, and
yeah, it was good. I mean, I wouldn't say, oh well, that was the greatest movie, but I watched it. I mean, yeah, hey, that was all right.
But it's just funny because like that one made me kind of, I didn't tear up or nothing, but you get those feelings and then the happiness of it all, and then the one I told you guys to watch.
I watched it. I was watching it when you texted me. Actually, I was.
Oh, were you? So you're already on to it?
Tony Segura. Oh my God.
Bad Thoughts on Netflix. Good Lord. Yeah, how do you even talk about it? Like, I don't know how I would explain this to anybody who.
You just have to go watch it. I don't know why they let him do that final skit in episode 6, where he goes to the gym.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And he takes the green jumbo juice.
Oh Jesus God. I had no idea where that was going. Like I'm like
I did as soon as you see the one guy with the fucking the tripod, right? So I knew there was something up why this gym was special. It was an enchanted gym, right?
Yeah.
So I knew there was gonna be something. Like, did he get like crazy bod? But I was thinking like the old devil's handshake. You get what you want, but you have to pay something in return. Like I get the biggest dick in the world, but all the women on the planet die off, right? So you're stuck just doing dudes, right? So it's awesome, but it sucks. That's what I thought it was going to be. And when I saw the first big dinger, I'm like, okay, they're just putting that in for a laugh. And then it just starts showing hog. I'm like, okay, I get it. This is the gym where, the magic juice extends the rigging a bit, right? But yeah, it was nuts.
It was absolutely insane.
You know what? The one creeped me out the worst was always the one, like the noir one in France.
Oh my! Oh, oh good God!
Like the production on that, like
it was good. It was
like, unbelievable. Like
so bad.
It was like the best film student, was doing noir filming, and that's what they came up with.
You know what I kept saying in my head? I thought, Quattro. Like.
Exactly. Total Recall on that one.
Total Recall. Oh, it's Quattro. Anyway.
What would you do, Dale? Dale, what would you do?
I would just leave, man.
Would you?
Oh God, yeah. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. I'm out. No. Moving on.
I don't
Have you
know.
seen it? You're awful quiet. I don't think you watched it. You've missed out.
I didn't watch it yet. No.
Oh my God.
Oh, Bubba.
You gotta.
It's the craziest fucking thing.
I did write it down. I'm going to watch it. I just haven't got there yet.
I watched that Tony Segura guy on a special, I think, or something, or like maybe it's YouTube. He did he has a comedy special or a comedy show, and I watched it before this Bad Thoughts, and I thought it was really funny. So when I saw that on Netflix, I was like, oh, I know that guy. He's pretty funny. Yeah, that's something. I bet you it made huge numbers. Like,
it's the podcasting crew, right? Like it's the two bears. You know, fucking Bobby Lee in there was fantastic. The Make-A-Wish. He spits on her. I licked it up, Daddy, or whatever she said.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The cancer patient.
It's not real. It's just a wish.
Yeah.
It's happening right now. Yeah. That was actually really funny. The whole virtual reality alien thing.
Aliens fuck humans. 4.
Oh my God.
I was like, one of the most awkwardest things I've ever seen. Okay, there's a little space between my legs, and while I take a shit, you sit there and you take a shit. It opens up this portal. It just, so he grunts and puts one out there, and Buddy behind him's like, no, I didn't do it. That's the weirdest look on his face. Maybe turn around and face me. I'm like, oh my God.
So you know what's super funny is I put that on. I had no idea what I was gonna get into, right? And that's the first hit. And Maya and I were sitting together. I was like,
I don't know if that's one I'd be all comfortable watching. You know, pretty liberal family. I let my kids, you know, they have 3 daughters. I'd rather let them see a pair of boobs or a butt or a dong than, you know, ultra violent shit. I think that's worse. But that's one I don't know if I could sit through.
No, Maya and I both thought it was super funny, so we're good. But you know, she is an adult.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Left that.
When he's sitting there cleaning himself in that little alleyway with shit all over him, he's got the gun. Oh and there's one thing I'll never do, that's kill a child. Crack. My 7-week-old baby. Oh, baby. Oh, that went from like, this is stupid, I don't get what's going on, to this is so good when he shits him. Like, that was horrible. Like, just horrible. Bubba, you should have cut some time out and checked it out.
Yeah.
It's really, next level.
We're enhancing the experience for you. That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
Like, it's
you
next
know what?
level.
That's a huge recommend for me on special. Yeah.
Yeah, it's out there. If you're easily offended and don't like the word retard and offensive jokes, it's not for you. But if you see the satire in it and there's no malice, it's there to you can really get a little bit inside of Segura's head about, you know, the pains that, you know, comics use to write comedy is pretty evident in that. Like the part where his dad he has to sit on the cake and makes him heat the cake.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm forgetting my favorite skit on that one was the Italian guy who went to be the janitor at the old folks home.
Oh God. I give them life.
I give them life.
Oh my God.
I was dying. He has his holding his ankles up in the air and the old lady's between his legs. I don't know.
So a movie that I don't recommend. Well, I mean, you know what? You're gonna watch it anyway because it's gonna be in your feed. But that movie Novocaine. You know the movie. You know the guy from The Boys.
Yeah, I watched it. Actually.
You watched the Novocaine one?
Yeah.
It's like Simp Goes to Bad Town is kind of the story. Anyway,
I don't know. It killed whatever was an hour and a half. It kills an hour.
I know yeah. It's like it's not highbrow, and it was fine. But I thought it was a bit unbelievable. But not that. We've done hockey. We've done a little bit of other stuff. We're kind of late tonight because we watched the game first, and then we rolled into this.
Absolutely.
That went into overtime.
And it went over.
Bubba called it after, was it halfway through the second, Bubs?
Yeah.
Like, it's going overtime.
That's just the way it was playing. Unless something
Hockey Swami,
drastically
Bubby.
changed, man.
He's the Hockey Swami.
The Hockey Swami. You know, you've already kind of won the pool so far, so that's fine, Bub. We're just here drafted in your wake of greatness, I guess.
Yep. Us peons.
Well, actually, Dale, you did come back to tie me up in the first round, but you're falling behind.
The Jets made her, yeah.
Unless something drastically changes, your second round doesn't look so hot.
No, I think I picked the Leafs awfully because I said go Canada, and then I picked the Jets, go Canada, and then I picked the Golden Knights because I'm selfish.
You actually did not pick the Leafs.
Oh, I didn't.
None of us did.
I'll pick Florida.
We all picked Florida.
You're right, I did. Whew.
But both you two chose Washington over Carolina, and that's not looking good.
No,
and Dale picked Winnipeg over Dallas, and that's not looking good either. So
not looking good. Go Canada. Oh well.
What do you do?
Did you know it was 35 degrees in Winnipeg yesterday?
Yeah, that's what they were saying
Yeah, that's insane. Is it warm where you guys are? Is it warm up there?
Fucking snowed today.
It snowed?
Yeah.
It did stick to the ground. It didn't, it never got white on the ground, but there were fucking snowflakes the size of golf balls coming down.
Oh, God. Okay, well, it was 25 degrees here, but that's too bad. Oh, no.
You don't sound very sincere there, Dale.
It does almost always snow the May long weekend, so I actually didn't need to ask. I should have known. It always snows the long weekend.
Well, it's be my 53rd birthday for a May long weekend, and as far as I can remember, it's about half and half. Been in like foot of snow, and I've been in 25-degree weather. There's usually not a good happy medium.
No, it's one or the other.
And
this week looks normal though.
It's like the whole country knows that after the May long weekend, it's like summer's on and we're not fucking around. It gets hot and then there's fire.
Yeah,
we've already had fire 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we shut the highways down here up here already.
Are you guys doing anything fun on the long weekend?
Nope.
Nothing planned at all.
It's Ethne's birthday. She gets a holiday on her birthday. Like, all of us have to celebrate, whether we like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm doing.
No, I'm going to watch a little bit of hockey, probably hit a game of golf.
The
usual.
Did I tell you guys I went paddleboarding 2 days ago with Ethne? We're out in the water there, and a gray whale just started like breaching and doing its thing, like maybe 100 meters from me, floating around. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty neat.
It's probably something that the rest of the world hasn't seen.
Well, I think lots of people have seen gray whales, maybe.
With their daughter?
No.
Paddleboarding?
No, maybe not. Nope.
I think you're I don't think like it's absolutely nobody, but I think you're in a pretty exclusive club there.
I would say so.
We're on the water with the whale, but it wasn't, like I said, it's like 100 meters away. It wasn't.
I know you weren't riding the whale, you and her like doing the free willy, holding a fin and gliding through the blue ocean.
Yeah. Have you ever? I don't know who did it. I think maybe it was Robot Chicken or something. They did that, like a Free Willy parody where Willy just to jump over the key and the kids like touches his bottom, but the whale quite make it, so it just fell on the kid and squished him.
Just splatted him.
That does sound like a Robot Chicken kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I look so forward to May 4th when they do the Robot Chicken, all the Star Wars ones.
They're very good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look forward to that. You know what I haven't watched is any of the Andors. Quit there, so I'm gonna gotta catch up on that, and I'm gonna binge watch Last of Us. I like to go one right after the other.
Yeah, I'm waiting until the end too, and then I'll give her.
You never watched? What's that? Go ahead, Dale.
I heard good things about Andor, but I am not into Andor. I did not watch season 1.
It's different.
Yeah,
it's different, but yeah, I think. What was I gonna say? There was another one too that I haven't watched. Oh, but it's been over for a while. It's the one with the train. What's that?
Snowpiercer?
Snowpiercer. I didn't watch the last season of that. I was kind of big on all the other ones. I watched the movie and then got into the series, but I thought it ended well and I wasn't really interested in anything after that.
Yeah, I thought the movie was good. I didn't even know there was a TV series.
Yeah, the TV series isn't bad. It just follows when the train starts going till they find habitable outside land.
Oh.
And that's kind of where I left off, is where they found a place where they might be able to live outside. And I don't even know if the last season follows up and, they're living in that or trying to make their way through that. I don't even know. It's kind of lost interest.
Well, if you follow some of those conspiracy theory things, the cycle of the sun is marching towards us all ending up in a new ice age.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Won't be in my time. I don't think it'll be some cataclysm like a meteor, if all of a sudden the tectonic plate shift just an absolute crazy amount, and there's huge tsunamis and volcanoes coming, right in the middle of the desert, and all of a sudden just, pure anarchy.
I agree. Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. Bill Murray.
Absolutely.
Dun, 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 dun.
Barium.
Thanks everybody for listening. This has been Barium Podcast episode 12. It'll be available Friday, 8 a.m. on Amazon Music, Spotify, and Apple Music. Thank you for listening.